Amtrak most likely is probably going to tack on the back of that order. So that way they're buying a piece of equipment that's already in use by another railroad, they're familiar with it, and the reliability is much higher.
That's you're talking about the engines, the power.
Yeah, that's just the high-speed locomotives on the East Coast. The diesel engines, there's only one company that's manufacturing diesel engines for passenger trains, and they're in Idaho. And I don't think you're going to see Amtrak try to order anything from them. They build their locomotives more for commuter service as opposed to any long distance.
The difference between diesel and electric.
Well, instead of having a diesel engine on the generator, just straight power that comes through the third rail of the catwalk. So it's still kind of the same, but different.
Yeah, the electric ones have the catenary wires above it, and it has a little rack with some contacts. Pantograph. Yeah, pantograph, and that's just a straight electric motor. As opposed to the diesel trains we run, the diesel motor turns an alternator and it creates to an electric motor, which turns the wheel, the traction motor, right? These are the technical
Just
people.
take it one step away, basically.
With the diesel engine, you carry your power plant with you. With an electric locomotive, you have a substation just like the electricity that goes to your house, and they just run wires and send the electricity directly to the locomotive. Yeah. So that way they don't have to carry their own generator with them.
Did you guys have a question? Or you're just in here to hang out? Well, I know you have a question.
Two walked in there and sit.
Yeah.
I know it's exciting.
That's new to me. I never knew that.
Yes.
Explain how that diesel engine works.
I don't know how diesel engines work.
I mean how it generates the power.
It's just like a portable generator.
Is that what it is?
It's the exact same thing.
But it's huge.
It's the exact same
What
principle.
were you saying? What were you saying, sir?
I was wondering if a modern computer is going to replace the engineer. I mean, we've got.
You are your right.
Hopefully a computer replaces the engineer because I'm so tired of dealing with them engineers. I'd rather just talk to a computer, to tell you the truth.
The fastest train in the world they built in France is TGV.
Well,
It's the French railroad actually made it to where it can be fully automated, and they couldn't run it without an engineer. But they won't, and the reason that they won't is because the psyche of people want to see a person. Even if they're not doing anything, they feel more comfortable. Like when you get on an airplane, the airplane does everything to take off and land on its own, but it just makes you feel good.
But
There's something there.
you need Sully there.
Yeah.
real heroes.
Yeah.
Well, any other questions?
How does that system of your work period, if you ever reach a certain destination, your 8 hours or whatever your limits of work is, how do you resolve that?
Okay, we have a hours of service federal law where we can only work 12 hours, kind of like truckers do, but I think there's a little difference. Yeah, there's a little difference. We can only work 12 hours. If we're not to where we're supposed to be, within that 12 hours, we have to pull over the siding or stop somewhere, and they will patch a crew, then head a crew out in a van, or truck, or a car, or a taxi.
Explain what that is.
Okay, dog catching means, the definition of dog catching is when a crew has to come catch the train because of our hours of service has run out. And deadheading means the act of a crew riding in a van somewhere to a destination to go on duty is a deadhead. So a catch crew deadheads to dog catch the train, relieves us, we get in the taxi, they take the train
We have slang terms, so you can tell it happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Is Sparks exchange?
Sparks is a
Do all the
terminal.
trains change crews at Sparks?
Yeah.
Yeah, freight crews changes Sparks, and we change Reno here. Goes from Emeryville to Reno, Reno to Winnemucca, Winnemucca to Salt Lake City, and beyond. Yeah. I know you got a question. No. You guys have a question about railroading, don't you? About railroading?
Oh, no, nothing about it.
How to get railroaded? Sir, I know you got one more for me.
What's the average speed with Amtrak?
How fast does the train go?
79.
79 is that top speed? You think that's top allowed speed?
Here, yes.
Yes. And is that
How fast is it going?
When you say here, why is that?
Because you have to have additional stopping controls, fail-safes, to go faster, which they do other places, but we don't have here.
so Nebraska? How fast would they go?
79.
Still? Flat.
Yeah, Casella goes 125. Right?
150.
150. Casella. Yeah.
Part of the problem is you have what are called approach-lit signals. Okay, so you have a signal at A and a signal at B. Right? There's a bond in the tracks. There's a low voltage current, and when you shunt the rail, and you break that current with the axle of the train, then it lights up the next signal, and it's going to tell you if there's anything in the next block. They're just like stoplights on city blocks. And so if you get a green light, there shouldn't be anything on that track in front of you. And with approach-lit signals, what happens is when you get above 79 miles an hour, depending on the spacing of the signals, you start running into problems that by the time you activate the system, the signal gets its current and it lights up, you can already be past the signal. So if you have a short block, for example, we have blocks out here that are 1 mile long. And at 70 miles an hour, as soon as you hit the block, you start to see the signal light up, and you're by it, maybe about 20 seconds after you see the block. So when you get up to those higher speeds, 90 miles an hour, you have what's called automatic train stop, which is just an audible alarm. If you get less than a green light, then you have to hit a button to acknowledge that it wasn't a green light, and then you have to take the appropriate action.
Otherwise, it'll stop.
What was your question? What is the block?
It's a section of rail between two signals.
Okay. Is that all, folks?
Is there any plans for Amtrak? Have you heard anything about their future?
They might all be renewed.
What they plan on doing?
Well, as long as we have an administration like we do now, it has a future.
And as long as you keep driving the trains.
Yeah, we should probably stay away from the politics before we start a
Hey
riot.
James, you might want to cut that out. No, as long as we get the money, we're here. So as long as our customers ride, and as long as we provide service that is acceptable or even preferred, there you go. We'll be here. I know I'll be there. Yes, sir.
Is there any noticeable increase in the railroad hauling truck trailers and that?
Oh, okay, yeah. Are we taking diesel trucks off the street?
Right.
It's like right this morning.
Yeah. But sometimes those are technically when you have these diesel trailers on a train, it's called a Z-train.
Yeah.
I don't know much about freight.
You know why?
Why is it a Z-train?
I probably told you.
He's not me.
Well, then you can teach
Well,
me.
someone said. So anyway, and I've seen a lot of Z-trains now that the economy's picking up. There's like so many Z trains out there, and
Yeah, they started sending them over Donner Pass where they used to bypass us and go up to the Feather River Canyon. Now that they're coming over Donner, we see a lot more of them.
right. And so yes, I do not have the statistics available to tell you how many are off the road and onto the train now, but I do have the statistics available to tell you that so far in fiscal year 2010, our ridership is record amounts. The last record amount was 2008. That was the record. As far as we're going this year, we are beating that record.